Hello, students. Today we are going to start Chapter 6 Major Landforms of the Earth. Introduction. You know, more than two-thirds of your Earth's surface is covered with water, and there are some places which is the desert area where the hot, scorching heat is there. So, there are towering mountains which are of great heights, ocean trenches which are of unimaginable depths. So, Earth's surface may rise up to several thousand meters, which is above the sea level, to form your mountains and plateaus. When the Earth's surface is rising up to several thousand meters above the sea level to form your mountains and plateaus. If I talk about, on other hand, somewhere it may be flat or leveled, that are called plains. So there are variation in the landscape. It gives a 3D look. So they are termed as landforms or your relief features. So two-thirds of your Earth's surface is covered with water. Somewhere desert area is there where hot scorching heat means very much hot heat is there. Towering mountains, great heights, ocean trenches, unimaginable depth. This we have done in previous chapter. Mariana Trench, the deepest point on the earth. It is under Pacific Ocean. So the earth's surface may rise up to 1000 meters above the sea level, that is to form mountains or plateaus. Somewhere it may be flat, that is plains, and it gives a 3D look. So they are termed as relief features or landforms. So as you can see the image, somewhere mountain ranges are there, your river basin, your hilly area, your plain area, plateau area which is slightly above the plain, tributaries which are joining the main river, mountain again, your lake, delta, mouth of the river, distributary, peninsula, isthmus, coast, strait, your island. So these all are your major landforms. Okay. So forces that lead to the formation of landform. Actually, the earth is basically created by two forces, tectonic or internal, gradational or external. So your tectonic and internal forces, they are within the earth, means irregularities they create. Either they uplift the earth's surface or they sink the earth's surface. They do the upliftment, or subsidence means sinking of the earth's surface. They help in the continent building or mountain building forces. So they are your mainly continent building or mountain building forces. But your gradational forces, these are action of running water, your ice, glaciers, wind, waves. These all are your external forces. These all are your created by your internal forces, but gradational forces are called your external forces. So these all are created by internal forces. How? You know, the topsoil, when it is removed with the help of wind, water, air, that is known as the soil erosion. Similarly, these things, water, ice, wind, waves, they help in reshaping the landforms. How? When the soil is being eroded or the upper layer is being taken away or it is wear away, that is your erosion. So it lowers the earth's surface. So to rebuild that earth's surface, the sediments are brought by your ice, glacier, wind, waves, your running water. They bring the sediments, silt with them. So that is called deposition. Through this deposition of silt, which is brought by the river, the earth's surface is rebuilt, which is already lower down. Mountains are your natural elevation. Elevation means of great height. Mountains are world's highest places. Actually, they rise above every continent and they cover the ocean floor also. Your mountains, they rise above every continent and they cover the ocean floors also. What are mountains? Huge land masses which are more than 900 meter above the sea level. They are more than 900 meter above the sea level and they have very steep slopes. They are 25% cover the land surface. So they are covering 25% of the land surface. And the study of mountain is called orography. Please remember, study of mountains is called orography. Many of you must have visited a hill station in the summer season because many people want to go to hill station. So you must have seen different mountains over there, or you must have seen in your Discovery channel or National Geographic channel. So they all are different in looks. Some are similar, but mostly mountains are different in looks. So these are the map of the world's largest mountain ranges. So first is actually your the Rockies. Here is the Rocky. It is the number one. Second is the Andes. Okay. Sorry. Second is your Appalachians. First is Rockies. Second is Appalachians. Third is Andes. Fourth is Ethiopian, your highlands. That is here. Your Ethiopian highlands. So, first is your Rocky. Second is Appalachians. Third is Andes. Okay. Your Alps. Here is your Alps. This is Atlas. This is Pygmies. Brooks Range, your Great Dividing Range, the Koilama, the Kunlun, the Taishan, the Kundukon. So these all are the major ranges. This is the Zagros, Himalayas, the Urals. So these are all are the map of the mountain ranges. That is the Brooks Range first, Rockies, the Appalachians, the Andes, the Atlas, the Pygmies, the Alps, the Urals, the Koilama, the Taishan, the Hindu Kush, the Kunlun, the Zagros, the Himalaya, and the Great Dividing Range. So these are the major mountain chains means major mountain ranges of the world. A mountain are single. Isolated also means single mountain peaks are there. Like Kilimanjaro, it is in East Africa. They may be grouped into a mountain range. Many mountain peaks or hills or valleys can be there. So they can be arranged in a line like this. So Jura mountain, which is in Europe, and Himalayas, there are various mountains and hills and valleys are there. A mountain chain is made up of several parallel and long narrow mountains. So there a mountain chain basically is made with the help of many several parallel means same in the line, parallel, long and narrow. Narrow actually means a small width in relation to the length, a small in width. So these are your Andes mountain in South America and your Rocky mountain in North America. This we have done now. So here is your Andes, okay, and your Rocky mountain. So high mountains are having very cold climate, and these mountains have large river of ice called glaciers. You know about glaciers? So the mountains have very large river of ice that is called glaciers. Glaciers are main source of water for the rivers. Glaciers only melt and they provide water to the river. Some important glaciers of Himalayan mountains are Baltaro, Sichin, Yamunotri, Gangotri, etc. Most of the world's highest mountains are part of your Great Mountain System that have several mountain ranges, like your Alps, which is in Europe, and your Himalayas, which is in Asia. Marvelous mountains. The Himalayas have the world's 10 highest mountain peaks with a height of above 8,000 meters. Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, Africa, is snow-capped in spite of being the equator. Means equator passes through Kilimanjaro, Tanzania, but still it is covered with snow because it is at great height, great altitude, which help us to form and retain the snow. So Mount Kilimanjaro, understand it, which is in Tanzania, Africa, equator passes through it. Equator is at 0 degrees Celsius, na? So equator passes through it. So what happens? 0 degree longitude, the equator passes, but still it is covered with snow. Why it is covered with snow? Because high altitudes are there and it is at very great height, so it helps us to means it helps Kilimanjaro to retain the snow. I tell you the mountain peaks which are in Himalayas, that is Everest, Mount K2, Mount Kanchenjunga, Mount Lhotse, Mount Makalu. So these are the 5 big peaks which are under the Himalayan mountain ranges only. Mount Everest, which is of great height, then Mount K2, then Mount Kanchenjunga, Lhotse and Makalu. Types of mountains. The mountains are different in shape and size. Based on their formation, they are classified as fold, block, volcanic, and residual mountains. So, first, we are going to discuss when the layer of rocks are subjected to horizontal and compressional forces, they crumple and they uplifted. This forms a fold mountains. See, this is the crumpling and they are forming the fold mountains. The depression is called syncline. It is called incline. We will discuss about it. So these are formed when earth crust bend due to the movement of earth. Sometimes your earth crust bends due to the movement of the earth. The upraised part of the fold is anticline. See, upraised part is anticline. And while the downfold is called syncline. The downfold is called syncline. The up folded part, your upraised part is called anticline. These mountains consist of parallel ranges. This fold mountain, these consist of the parallel ranges. The highest and the most popular mountain chain of the world, the Himalayas, the Andes, the Alps, the Planches, these are the fold mountains. The Planchians, the Himalayas, the Andes and the Alps, these all are forming the fold mountains. These are the layer of rocks, either they are horizontal, either they are at compression, or they crumple, or they uplift. So these all form your fold mountains. The upraised part is called your anticline, the downfold part is called your syncline, and there is a force of compression. Told na in the first line, horizontal compressional force. So fold mountains like your Himalayas, Andes, these are formed due to geological periods. They have very rugged relief. Rugged means broken and uneven. You can see they are called young fold mountains because they are prone to earthquake. Sometimes when earthquake is there or volcanic activities are there, they sometimes broke down or their uneven surface is there. Fold mountains, if I talk about, yeah, like your Aravali's, the Planchians, these are formed for earlier times. Their height have been reduced due to wear and tear of erosion. So the height of the mountains have been reduced because erosion is there. Erosion of mountains are also there when the top means soil is being removed with the help of action of anything. Climatic conditions can be there, earthquake can be there, so they usually have round summits, so they usually have a very round summits. See, they're having round summits sometimes. This is your Himalayas, the young fold mountains. Now we are going to talk about the block mountains. So your block mountains were formed when landmass was pushed up between your parallel faults. So between faults is actually a fracture zone which is between two block of rocks. Faults is a fracture zone between two blocks of rock. So these mountains are formed when landmass is pushed, okay, between two parallel faults in the earth crust. Either they sink the land around them. So as the name suggests, block mountain. So there are huge blocks on the flat top, or either they are having very steep, means stair type slopes. As plate moves, the strain of the movement sometimes causes brittle. Brittle means hard, but it is very easy to break. Sometimes it's brittle. So what happens as a plate moves? So sometimes the strain of the movement sometimes cause brittle. Brittle means broke down at mountain plate due to the crack. Okay, so when the plate starts moving, it sometimes crack. The brittle rock crack at a plate boundary to crack. Brittle also means to crack, means easy to break something. So these cracks, they are called faults. I told you, a fracture zone is called fault. A fracture zone which is between the two blocks, that is mainly your faults. So when two faults are close together. They are very close to each other. The chunk of crust means a very solid piece of crust between them can sometimes collapse. Sometimes they can collide with each other. When they collide, they form the rift valleys. So the uplifted part of the land is called your host, and the subsided part is called your graben. I show you the pic. See, these are two blocks. Okay, they were telling this thing now, as the plate moves, sometime it causes brittle. Okay, and it causes frogs. So a fracture zone, it is a fracture zone between the two block of rocks. So it is the normal fault. So they are saying here the subsided part is called your graben. This is subsided part, which is sinking. And the uplifted part is called host. See, the uplifted part is called host, and the subsided part, which is sinking, that is your graben. The subsided part are referred to as lift valleys also, like your Rhine Valley, located between Vosges and Black Forest. Other example of host and graben are Meseta in Spain, northern and southern uplands of Scotland, Sierra Nevada in California, USA, and the Salt Range in Pakistan. So some block mountains are formed like this. This is your force. Okay, force is going this side. Fine. Awesome and all natural events that have natural fury. And volcanic mountains have various shapes and sizes to form. See, when the lava comes out, this is the ash cloud. Sometimes the lava comes out on the earth's surface also to form the volcanic mountains. So how do or why do the volcanics erupt? So the interior of the earth is in molten state, means in lava state. When the earth interior is subjected to when extreme heat or pressure is inside the interior of the earth, it forces the molten magma or the lava to comes up on the rocks in the form of ash or gas. These come up through an opening or vents. These are the opening and vents. These come up. So a volcano is a vent or opening of earth's crust through which molten magma flows out of the lava. See, molten magma, it comes out in a form of lava. And they call a tall cone shaped volcanic mountain is there, that is Mount Fujiyama in Japan, Kilimanjaro in Africa, and Vesuvius in Italy. So this is like a mountain shape. So volcanic comes out. Okay, it is the vent only through which your molten magma or the lava comes out. Residual mountains. These are the mountains which are formed out of existing mountains. Three mountains are there now: fold, block, volcanics. So residual mountains, they come out of these three mountains. High mountains are worn down by the various agents, either by erosion, either by denudation. Understand the meaning of the denudation. What is denudation? Actually, your denudation involves a process that causes the wearing away of the earth's surface by moving of running water, means either by ice, wind, or by waves, which leads to the reduction in elevation. The height is reduced and the relief form of landforms or landscapes. So what is basically denudation? In denudation, it is the process wearing away of earth's surface. When the earth's surface is weared away with the help of water, ice or wind, means generally erosion is there of the earth's surface, which helps in reduction of the elevation. Height reduces. So that is your residual mountain. The base is exposed due to erosional process and the remaining part is known as residual mountain. They have explained denudation here. So the base is exposed to erosional process and the remaining part forms the residual mountains. Catskill Mountain in New York, Nilgiris, Rajmahal Hills of India, Highlands of Scotland and Scandinavia, etc. These are the residual mountains. How are mountains important to us? This answer you already know. Mountains are abodes of snow, means where snow is being found, Himalayas. So there are capped by glaciers. In the mountains you can find glaciers. So these glaciers are major source of water for the river. Perennial rivers are those rivers throughout the year which are having water. Example, the Gangas. Mountain helps in bringing the rain also, moisture also with the wind when you go upside mountainside. Condensation also means converting the gas into liquid. This causes the relief rain. They protect the lands adjoining by them because it act as a barrier. Himalaya also na, it act as a barrier from the strong winds which are coming from China. The slopes that have rich pasture and helps in livestock to rear. Some mountains are greener, so they help the livestock, means the animals to graze over that area. Mountains are its storehouse of flora, means plants and fauna animals can be found in the mountains. Useful medicinal herbs are found in mountains like your Sanjeevani booty of Ramayana. Many mountains have rich reserves of valuable minerals. In many mountains, your valuable minerals are found. The steep slopes provide sites for building your dams, hydroelectricity, and your the cool climate of the place of the mountains. It adds to the beauty of the nature, attracts the tourist. It is a tourist destination like your Shimla, Masuri, Darjeeling. Adventure sports you can also do in the mountain area like river rafting, paragliding, skiing, trekking. These are the mountain, means popular sports of the mountains. So mountains are very important to us.